Good morning, good morning. Welcome to another breakfast show, TradeVSA 360. Now, I'd like to wish you a happy new year 2023, but of course, it's already been 6 days since the January 1st. That's right. I think the market has pretty much left all of us in the pretty much disappointment, isn't it? I think I talked about it on the live Facebook this Wednesday. That's right, check it out, the live Facebook on Wednesday, which I've talked about where to put your money, all right, for 2023. Again, more from a conservative standpoint, because we do reckon 2023 will be much of a moderating year, perhaps improving. Now hopefully we have seen the bottom in 2022 and 2023. We're not going to get the kind of rally that we have, but there will be opportunity on those smaller stocks, especially with the VSA 360 intraday, where you pick up a lot of great shares, and this is what we will be talking about this morning in here. So let's talk about where we are this morning in here. Apologize for the screen we have in here, and this morning again, we'll be looking at the KLCI, which always been the focus of the VSA 360. The KLCI is well supported along the 40-day moving average. We'll take a look at the chart here. With 1460, but the last 3 day really has been the window dressing. The window dressing, we have seen the 30th, 29th, and the 28th of December, very similar to what we've seen previously in year 2021. Now, year 2022, it's because the market lacked the kind of conviction that's able to go up, but foreign funds are coming in. So we'll check out the VSA 360, and if you have not used the VSA 360 or new to it, you might want to join our program or sign up for a 10-day free trial. That's a phone number on the side of me in here, and you will know more about it. But let's get on to what we talk about, the stage 1 and stage 3. And right now the KLCI is definitely in the stage 1, going about to stage 2. Okay, going back to stage 2 in here. So we have to see whether this market will sort of break above in here. It's on this very tight compression. Then the question is, can we still find trades? And this is what VSA 360 intraday is all about, to able to find you those shorter term trade. Of course, the longer term can be, but so far the luck has been more of the short term trade, because we don't see a trend that we wanted to see. Many other times the market just sort of moves sideways from here on, but the sectors are important too. We will look at that too. So VSA 360 help you to trade smarter with this focus on the intraday alert, which we will see you how to use the stock alert notification, visual trading band, risk and reward ratio in here. Now, being this morning, let's take a look at the 5 things we need to know and where we are right now with the VSA 360. So switch on to, once you log in here, you can get on to in here. So we'll take a look at it is green pentagon. The only thing that is helpful for us, the KLCI, the SGX, the Hang Seng is still red, US is still red. So for that reason, the ASEAN market, and do take note, the Singapore STI was one of the best performing market last year 2022, having 4%, and partly this is also due to this market being heavily capitalized on the financial stocks, because when the interest rate rise up, you can see a lot of this up. So this morning we do have the big sell-off on revenue, and the big gainer this morning is also revenue too. One of the big gainer in this morning in here. Big is also top gainer in here at KLSE, because it did sell off a huge way off yesterday in here. And so let's take a look at where we are. So very important, let me just switch on to the foreign funds so to sort of know where things are. Foreign fund has been selling off on the last day, right? But very few trickles that as long as they're coming in, we can see this market moving up. So that's not my big concern. My concern is the totally sell off. But something that I've talked about earlier on is the strengthening of our ringgit. Now, as long as our ringgit continue to strengthen, then we'll see foreign funds comes in, which is actually a play due to the unlikely hood of our ringgit being pegged to the Chinese yuan. So you can see this market is holding up at this level here. So you just go back on the market on VSA 360 in here. So next thing we want to lock out is we can see healthcare are really strong now, and this is also no surprises to the COVID surge that we see in China due to the abolishment of the zero COVID. Then we have logistic, we have plantation getting a bit strong, but the energy sectors has fell off, and you can see technology has fell off, and finance too. So KLCI is right in the middle. What's really supporting is the healthcare, and then we have a little bit on REITs. Constructions is coming back a bit here. So this morning you can see the KLCI is pretty muted. The 1450 being the resistance level in here. But let's take a look at our sector analysis in here, which really form. So we got 50-50, you know, some of them are green pentagon. The KLCI healthcare is turned green pentagon. You can see it's moved up in here after 3 days of down. Now we have confirmed no supply. Hopefully that will continue to trend. The technology stock has sort of dropped off already. You can see from here turning red pentagon. What else is green here? You can see REITs is green, communication, transport, utilities, right? But the biggest best performer so far is utilities. All right, so you can see utility really climbing up in here. Is this due to the reason of likelihood of energy? Tenaga can raise the current electricity rates in here. Well, we yet to know in, right? So utilities is one of them. Healthcare, so definitely anything that you bought previously on healthcare would improve. Transportation, I think the air travel would improve right now, and also the consumer sectors will improve as some of these stocks are moving up. But definitely we have seen the logistic in here has moved up very nicely, a big push up in here. So keep in mind, those of you who have logistic, the sectors is doing well, so you want to be taking a look at that too. But right at the bottom are telecommunication. You can see many of the communication stocks taking a hitting too. All right, and so let's also take a look at the monthly seasonal return so far for the year 2022 and where we are this right now in here. So we really appreciate if you can also share this video in your timeline. Now last year we are about minus 3.5% in here on the month-to-month accumulation. All right, so you can see right now we are still in a negative territory in here. Will year 2023 be another negative years? We've been very negative for all the years, so that's why buying and holding may not be the kind of strategy that it is, unless it's the stocks has some sort of a good fundamental and backing history behind it in here. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, next we'll take a look at all the alert that we have. So we have the sensor, or we have Kejaya turning green pentagon. Okay, so Kejaya turning green pentagon, which is construction. So we have seen construction like the turn. Uchitech has turned red. Inari turned green. We got Hewlett Packard too. Kosan turned red pentagon. All right, be interesting to see why Kosan after we've seen the healthcare. And let's take a look at it. Yeah, they did hit early on and then hit sell off on the 4th of January, but rebound back on Monday, so still holding up this level in here. One of the stocks that did perform well was actually Top Glove and also Supermax, which we will take a look at earlier on too. You can see the market picks back up here and then sort of hold up. So let's take a look at Hata too. So it's kind of interesting to see only when the market, all right, and we have seen every chance that we have the rubber glove stock goes higher to the old resistance, we will see profit taking come in place in here, right? Continue to sell off. Again, the last 3 days was the so-called window dressing. You can see here, 1 day up, 1 day down, and then pops up. That's a lot of resistance they are trying to remove it, but from a risk to reward, it does give you a kind of nice risk to reward from where we're here onwards here. Okay, and so that's on a personal side, revenue hit red pentagon. Okay, that one we know, but this morning revenue had rebound back after the big sell-off on the news that the CEO, the co-founder was suspended. You can see sell off here, and then the market rebound back right now for up 8% to 52 cents. All right, 52 cents in here. So that it is kind of said, you could see the market went from 10,000 straight up to, if you have 6 years ago, was a really big good player to 67,000 and then come back down again. This has been pretty much a lot of the payment, e-payment, like even GHL has maintained the kind of thing. You can take a look at GHL too. Alright, and that's all you need to have with the VSA 360. You can have a really good feature of it. You can see it went up also to 33,000, then back to 13,000. That's a lot of loss, and this is also due to what we talk about, the interest rate continue to rise, that where they are packed onto the technology stocks previously in here. Unfortunately, this is how the market is. The market goes up and the market goes down that much. All right, we can also look at some of the winners for the last 3 months. On the KLCI, Kinhing was up 81%, and this only turned on the 2nd of December. Small cap stock 250 million. Then you have the small cap Asia. A lot of the small cap stocks tend to do much better in here. CY Park, you can see 31%. Hectare, which is another small cap stock. E-Frame, another small cap stock, and YXB, another small cap stock. You can also look at the US side. All right, 35%. This is in the communication. Warner Music. Okay, we got the Exxon X is the steel company in here. Very much of this you can really get it from the VSA 360 to tell you all those who have followed Green Pentagon have performed. So G92 is Chinese aviation, the energy sector, right? Has up how many percent? This one is up 28% since 25th of November. So lots of Green Pentagon that you can find and make winner. For those of you who have Green Pentagon, write those and get the kind of benefit that you get from, even from a down market. You're able to pick new winners from here onwards. Okay, and so let's see what else we have. All right, and so personal, yes, I think we covered those already. And the KLCI, let's talk about the KLCI now, where we are heading in. Know the background. So if you look from a schematic chart, the market has sort of snaking on really up and down, hit the double top that we have seen in here. But the volume are diminishing right now. Who knows? We might get a pre-Chinese New Year rally, which is very short term, as I said before. Do get in maybe this week or so if you happen to have a nice run in here, but look out for the red pentagon if there's a S3 distribution in here, and usually on the green pentagon you want to enter the next day. All right, that has been the rule. So you can see from KLCI for over the last 3 months, all right, we have a double top. That's where Anwar came in and became the 10th Prime Minister. So you have this double top here, and that's signifying the resistance at the 1500 level that we are missing here. So right now it's holding above the 40-day moving average, but breaking the 40-day average, we are looking down, breaking up so at one point the market need to compress itself, and depending the regime of the interest rate that we are seeing in here, we really sort of likelihood it would test. If it does break higher, it's likely to come down, because we don't see the cycle, the market cycle, that the KLCI can go higher, because the GDP growth for this year is still pretty much around the 4.5 to 5% less than last year in here. All right, so market is still in S2 markup because it's a green pentagon in here, but right now also seems to be accumulating, right? Double top, and you have a support, so it's going to range bound. Now from the VSA plugin using the full feature that you usually get in here, you can see the KLCI also retesting back the 200-day moving average, just short of in here. So I can say that if we can break above right now, depending on the banking stocks, right, because the KLCI is also heavily kept in the banking stock, so with the raise of the interest rate, the market may move higher. So you can see this market pushing through. The window dressing over the last 3 days has been quite significant. So if the market able to continue with the pre-Chinese New Year rally that we see right now, then we are likely to see it. More important to have the kind of stocks ready in here. So how do we find that? If the market is sort of trending between, stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3, and this is one of the so-called more difficult trend to really pick up, but of course the VSA 360 able to pick up in here, and we will follow some of the rules looking back to 23rd of December. If you have gone through with the time machine going back to, and again the time that we're always looking back around the 918 and 936, we have seen we have 4, and of course the key here is to pick anything with the 47 cents where we have a little bit more of volume in here. So you can see Supermax. Again, the healthcare earlier I talked about the pickup in here, so it started to run in December. This is also due to what's happening in China. And ice cream was less, only 2.5k. You can see 49k, and Artronics was the one that done pretty well, 88k level in here. All things being equal, you want to choose. So the first one is Artronic. We pick it up 936 at 64 cent. Notice. Alright, this is one of those heavy volume in here and was sufficient. You can see following after the green pentagon, right? This market move up very nicely, 24%, one of the best performer, giving it 2,420 ringgit from a 10k trade, hitting 70, still going up right now. So that's where we want to see that green pentagon in here. I think self-sufficient, you can pretty much take your profit in here. As I said before, we are 8-10% kind of profit taking, and the market more. Next one is Supermax. Pick it up at 936, around the 82 cents, and the market did hit high of 92.5, but since then as profit taking, hitting the 200 moving, and this is usually what I see when you break above the 200 moving edge. A lot of people would go in and sort of take position, right? But knowing that the KLCI going forward remain to be slightly on the bullish side in here, not much of a catalyst to maintain the market going up, so there's going to be profit taking. So this is again a lot of strategy. It's all very tight range trading, a very tight range trading. Hit the upper level, take your profit in here instead. So it hit at 0.925, the high at 12.8%, giving it a profit of 1,280 from a 10k trade. In the case of buying just the green pan, of course not all trade works. Remember, those that you pick above the 47 cents did much better. Here is ice cream, also pick up at 918 at 23 cents. Since then the market sort of moved sideways. And another one, Notion VTech looks very promising in here, spotted at 39 cents at 936. Notice the market stages is above the zero line, and then eventually the market still moved back, sort of went through a range bound in here. Again, foreign funds are coming in. Notion VTech may also benefited from the rubber glove stock that we talk about in here, but right now has formed double top. So the Pentagon idea here is to focus on those intraday alert that will give you some sort of a pre-early signal, right? Using the green pentagon in here, hopefully we can get some of the early pre-rally Chinese New Year that will give you reasonably success if you're willing to trade the shorter term. So every day we got fishes, as I said before. We are just looking back on the 23rd, and we will look at this morning too. All right, criteria above the 47 cents with good win rate 3 to 4%, targeting 8 to 10, and that way, rather than using one fishing rod, you'll be using 3 fishing rod in here. So let's look at the list of stock VSA 360. It's always good to have a stop loss and the kind of tools that we use, and a target profit, right? So this morning, so this morning in here, so this is the list that we have. So let me just go to the VSA 360, going to the intraday alert under the premium menu, and we can see intraday alert. And we can see Tiguan has turned green pentagon, but I just want to focus on these lists here. Digistar 9 cents, so this one you don't want to pick. Classic Cynic looks pretty good, fell down, and first time you're seeing it. So Classic Cynic, we can take a look at it. This one just turned greeny pentagon in here, nice one, have a 2-bar reversal, and then start pushing up here. Big looking good, also a nice move, 2% move already up here. Okay, big. And so big, and that's another one up here, Pestec 35 cents. So Pestec, and these are the stocks that usually you don't want to trade, and that's why VSA 360 make it so simple. It really saves you time, right? If you have this, and that's why we really reckon this is one of those tools, especially trader and long-term investor can use it too. Huatai 58 cent, looking good. You can see a nice setup in here very quickly, making it much easier to pick your stock and without really clicking it. And if you want to go down to the real time, we can look at Huatai here. You can click on this one. Okay, Huatai. Right, and you can see Huatai is picking up green pentagon in here. Let's see next week how this stock will move up. At least you do have some stocks to look at, and of course this list you can always lock in and take a look at them every day of the year, as long as you have the subscription. If not, try out for a 10-day trial. We have not done so in here. This is really one of the benefits in here. So this list next Friday we'll be back to look at it in here. All right, of course, this has always been part and parcel. Our focus has always been our members in here, and our job is to train you using the tools that we share every Friday and also every Monday in here, and perhaps bring you closer to our 100-day orientation, which we will do next Tuesday for all members in here, sharing with you the 7 framework that we have, the 2 framework that we talk about on live Facebook, starting from strict beginner, where you have 0 experiences, to becoming a master trader through our simulation, our coaching orientation in here. Give it a 10-day trial in here, and what do you have to lose? Just a bit of time. And as I said before, you're able still to pick some stocks that can move 20% in there and making some income. And this is our plan and pricing in here to push you into the level in here. We have great reviews so far from our past members in here, trading with Confident VSA 360. We also like to hear your feedback. And now it's a time to look at some of the stocks. If you want me to do so, please just pencil those in there. I'm happy. If not, you can always post it in our help desk, and any of our members will be happy to look at them for you in here. So do let me know. Thank you, Long Chan, for the Happy New Year, and our team in here. We are happy to of service to you. All right, if there's no stocks, thank you again. Thank you for your support, and do share our YouTube to your friends, and hope they can benefit from our market in here. And not to forget, subscribe to our Telegram channel for all stock information and stock educational tip. Thank you, and I'll have a good weekend. I'll see you next Monday.